going to say put some resistance on mine, but this should be enough there. Now, if this works, I can always modify this a little bit more as well. Because I can make it so that this cord plugs in and out of the unit. I need a weight, but I don't want to pick up that big thing over there. Okay. Yeah, see, I can always take this and make it a plug so that I can plug in and out and still keep the batteries in here if I wanted to. But meanwhile, the batteries, it still takes one battery, so it's not like I'm missing out on anything here. Doesn't look too bad. Don't look bad there anyway. Do I have a paper clip? I do, I do. Now let's see here. Oh, it's either going to work or it's not, one or the other. I'm not getting a very good reading here. I'm getting a voltage reading, but nothing that I like. It's low, and it shouldn't be that low. Is there an on button here that I'm not working with here? Hello? Yes, there's an on button. That can have something to do with it. Yes. Well, it's more stable anyway. Is it where I want it to be? No. But it's better than it was. The screwdriver thing isn't working very well. Something's not right. There's a bad connection someplace. just too unstable. The other night, who the heck was it? Audio Dave? Audio Slave? Audio Slave. No. Anyway. I forgot. I'm sorry. I think it's Audio Slave. He's into electronics and radio and things. And he's starting to get into it bigger and bigger and bigger. And he's making some progress. And he's actually, what he's considering he's learning on his own, he's making a lot of sense as to what he does. But he had asked me, I think it was last night, did I learn this? Was I taught this? Or was the Coast Guard? And, because, with the radios and things, on the SOCO, whatever, for the 24, Division 24. Okay. A little better now. Now I'm happy. And I was telling him, no, I picked all this up. My uncle actually got me started into this. I forgot what he used to do for a living, but we're talking about my uncle now. He had one of the very first open heart surgeries performed. And Yale did it. And this is going way back. I mean, I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 at the time. And he had open heart surgery. And then it was different back then, for sure. He had a hospital bed at home, and he slept in the living room because he couldn't go up and down the stairs. And he had to sleep elevated. He couldn't lay down or anything. And this went on for like 6 months. So, meanwhile, he was put on some type of veteran's disability because he was in the Navy and all that. But so they did have a little income coming in. But my aunt and my grandmother also worked. I forgot what they used to do. I know that one time, before they both retired, they used to work at this place called Edel's, not Eklund's, but Edel's, and they used to make electronic parts and pour, the molds and all that kind of stuff. But they asked my uncle that if he wants to learn a trade, something a little bit easier, that they would send him to school for it. So he decided he wanted to get into electronics. Not electrician, electronics. So they sent him to Connecticut School of Electronics, and he went there for 4 years or so, and he was one of their top-notch students and all that kind of stuff. And when they graduated, they try to find you placements. Well, because of his high grades, and him knowing and taking on what he was doing, Yale took him. Because at the time, well, that's not it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. At the time, they were getting ready to build a so-called atom smasher on Whitney Avenue. And it was all underground, stuff like that. It was behind the Peabody Museum. So that's what he did. He started working there. And then he started getting involved. Well, at this point now, I was about 11 or 12. And they moved to East Haven. And there was had a large closed-in front porch with the big glass windows, and you were able to open them, you know, and sit on the porch and prop the windows open. The whole window would prop open. Fun. I got the dropsies today. So anyway, there was a part on that porch when you walk in to the porch. There was a small room about the size of this, maybe 10 by 10. And he made that his little electronic shop. He would go out there and make little electronic things and, you know, build little things, you know, all kinds of